Here with Plug Society, it's 5G for Five Finger Posse and shit. We doing the What's Going On segment and shit now. And what's going on right now, I'm still smoking this fucking weed. And yeah, man, I'm lit as shit off that juice, you know? I'm very lit right now. So let's get it. Five Finger Posse was created by me and my homie MK and shit. My homie MK is from Southwest Philly. I was from West Philly. It was kind of like even before the music, when I was just like doing my rap. We was like, the name came from stealing a lot and shit. Like we didn't have like the good shit that a lot of people probably came up with and all that. So like we was like stealing from a lot of stores, 7-Eleven, Fresh Grocery, you can name it. Like a lot of fucking stores, CVS, everything. Like I used to steal for fucking like Christmas gifts and shit. Like I was fucking coming up. Like it was a lot of shit that niggas used to do like back in the day. Like I was like stealing from thrift stores all the time. I was like, we was the like kind of like low key the flyest niggas downtown type shit. Cause like around that time it was like when thrift stores was popping. Like it was like 2012, 2013 type shit when like all the Salvation Army thrift stores was like lit. Them Jones was like very good for us. Like so we was like just constantly coming up. So I was just like, yo, we might as well just like call ourselves Five Finger Posse and shit. It was like a play on words and shit. So like we ran off with that name and was just like alright, bet. And then like after that, like niggas was like, we might as well do music. Like niggas did music, and from there it's just like we here. So shout out Space Coast Perp and shit. It was a weird way. It started in a weird way and shit, cause it wasn't really supposed to happen. It just happened cause like some bullshit happened. It was like kind of like ASAP and ASAP they was like, we had put out this album, our second album, Trapped in the Trenches. It was all produced by Working on Dying. We had this one song called Buku. So I don't know, I guess like Buku was like a term that like New Yorkers like used. I didn't know, we didn't know. They felt some type of way. It was like, oh, niggas going Buku, what's going on, blah, blah. So they just start tweeting like all this shit. So like Working on Dying had said, oh yeah, niggas hip to Working on Dying. And then like ASAP 12, he was like, what, huh? Like he was on some shit like, I don't know what you talk about, like trying to play him type shit. So all the fans, like shout out to our fans, like cause like all the Five Finger Posse fans and the Working on Dying fans just start going in on like ASAP 12 and ASAP Ant. And then ASAP Ant had made this one tweet saying like, this the only time I'm gonna give y'all recognition, this the only time I'm gonna give y'all some clout, fuck Five Finger Posse. Then he like ended up deleting it a month or like sub 2 later. It's still up there, like some pictures is up there, you can find it. That's how it all really started and shit. Like Space Coast, you know, Space Coast Perp always had a problem with ASAP Mob and them. So it's kind of like, it's like we don't really have no real beef with them niggas. It's just like niggas like Golf Money, Five Finger Posse, like fans like look at us as they're like all in the same like circle with like Space Coast Perp, like we related. So it's like sort of kind of like ASAP Mob, like they was on some shit. Like we had even read a post in the Kanye Tiller post. Fans were saying that like, you know, ASAP Mob jocked King Groceries and like Golf Money off that video, the movie video and shit. It was some video they did. They was jocking Space Coast Perp, so it was like they said they coming after Working on Dying and Five Finger Posse next, because they was basically trying to recruit niggas and shit. So Golf Money wasn't having it. They was trying to recruit them. They wasn't having it. We had a couple run-ups with Barry a couple times, 2 times. We was on some cordial shit. It wasn't like no beef shit. It was sort of kind of like he was just like, come to the spot, and we was just like, all right. We was in LA, but we never went out there. And like, I think if we did, like, a lot of shit would have been a lot different. We not really on that shit. Like, so it was like, cause just a lot of shit that was going on with the whole like fuck Five Finger Posse type shit and all. Like after they had made those tweets and shit, they was making some V-Lone shit with the 5 in them and shit. So we was like, oh, what the fuck y'all niggas doing? Y'all start using our shit, because like ASAP 12, he was saying like, oh, I'm gonna make a song called Five Finger Posse and shit. So he was basically trying to like steal our shit and all that. Like, so like then after all that, we start seeing like some V-Lone shit with the like 6 5s on it and shit, cause we used 3 5s. And they use like 3 more 5s. So we like, oh, what the fuck type time y'all on? So we was like, all right, bet. Like now we definitely go do this enemy shit. Like Space Coast had put up this design that was like pinned on his tweet this one time, that it was enemies. And like we was like, all right, we gonna do that, because he never did nothing with it. So we were like, we gonna use that. I made the back logo, the number 5. Niggas just like blew up from that shit, like went viral like crazy. Like when we like came out with the enemy shit. A lot of people still want it. Right now we're not selling it, but we might come back out with it. The new album from me, it didn't work when so I'm still alive. That's coming out in August. I'll probably you'll see some features on there and shit. I got some production from the homie DP Beats and shit. I got some productions from my homie Swish. He's actually from we put him on Circle 5 not too long ago. He's from Philly too. He does production for like Doo-Wop Kane, a lot of other big artists and shit. I'll have some like features on there. Probably like I'll probably get like Curb on there, Curb Lagoon, and also Lofty as well. Lofty 305 from Metro Zoo. It's gonna be huge. Another huge album. The last album was really good. Did really good. The Behind Enemy Lines. This next album, just be on the lookout for it. I'm not really gonna give too many hints on that. Probably like in September. So be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be called Fifth Season. Fifth Season is like something that we like always like tweet like every time we put out a song, just to let niggas know like we not letting up on none of y'all niggas. Like we gonna keep dropping heat. I never give too many hints on the Five Finger Posse albums because it's all of us. So yeah, man. Sometimes people just you had those downfalls sometimes. Like it's not even like it wasn't like I was like struggling or anything. Like I wasn't going through like money issues or anything. It's just like I don't know, sometimes you just in your thoughts too much and shit. You start thinking about your past times and like a lot of shit. Like a lot of shit is just like you start getting discouraged sometimes. It's like even as an artist, like no matter how big you are, you can still get discouraged and then not wanting to do music no more and shit. So that's basically what it was. And the fans and all my supporters and shit, they kept showing me love. I was reading all them shits while I was like taking a break from Twitter and all that. So I really wanted to I ain't gonna lie, I really wanted to like end myself. I ain't gonna fraud. Like I was like. I was popping crazy. Like I was just one day I was like going crazy. I was like popping hella pills and shit, like trying to like do it. But I was just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna do it. I did fall asleep that night, but I was like, damn, I don't know. But I woke up, it was good. So like I'm back. Like I told niggas I'm back. Put out the cover art for the other album that album I'm working on right now. I'm back and like just recouping and shit, working on new shit. Just about to come back with like hella fire like I did on the Porn album. So like just be on the lookout for that and shit. I know it's easy to get discouraged and shit just because like there's so many opportunities for hella people nowadays, like so that everybody is hip to that shit now. So it's like everybody's doing music. No matter how good your music can be, sometimes like depending on your following or your fan base or whatever, sometimes you might not be able to like get that reach that other artists are able to get, even if your music might be doper than them. You feel me? Your shit still might not reach the audience like you want it to. I definitely understand that shit. We never really experienced that shit, and it's funny how we didn't. We just did dope music, got the good recognition at the time. It's hard. I know it's hard, but like you just gotta keep that mental intact and shit. You can easily like want to like quit that shit because one day, like, you feel me, like I be liking a lot of people's shit on Twitter just because they want to see people like me like a tweet. You feel me? Like sometimes I retweet it just because, like, you feel me, because I was like one of them dudes that was like trying to get the recognition when I was doing my art shit and I wasn't getting that. So I highly understand how they feel. The Philly scene got dumb lit lately. Even before that, it was like when we was like doing shit, we're working on dying, like Five Finger Posse working on dying shit was like super crazy. You got a lot of other people that was like doing shit like just like hood motherfuckers, like hood people that was like not even in that like hype beast or whatever you want to call it scene. Like Rico Havoc, got the Bull Kerr. A lot of the Philly scene is just really lit. And like even like you got Meek, you got you got Uzi and shit. And a lot of people like that's like engineers for like big artists like in the industry, like come from Philly and live in Philly. Oh fuck, I forgot about Maddox. He's doing hella shit too. He's doing some good shit. He got that XXX RIP to him too. Everybody that's grinding in Philly, just putting the scene, making the scene very lit. Kind of like a big moment for us, cause I made that shit happen because like it was at the point where it's like you want to like start getting paid to make music and shit. Like you got that fan base, and like you got everything up, you got everything going on for you. It's like, but it's like the money, like the only thing you get money from is like the shows and shit. And when you're a young artist and shit, it's kind of like you don't really know the business and all that, so you really gotta learn. I just learned how other people was doing it and shit, and just seeing other people doing it. I had like other artists like giving me advice and just telling me shit. I just used that and just like put that into play and shit, and I just like I knew about like certain like labels and shit that I could like hit up. That was a good moment for us and shit. Me? I don't know. It's not really like, that's a good question, but I don't think I listen to a lot of people and shit, but I don't know, it's just like, I don't be pressed and shit when it comes to like doing collabs. Like if it comes, like if people, like I get beats from hella artists, like hella producers that just like send us beats all the time in our Gmails. So it's like I get those and I be like, oh, depending on like certain, like if it fucks with my, if it's my aesthetic, if I like that, or if that's what I'm going for at the time, then I'm fucking with it. Like it don't really matter the name, it don't matter. I don't care about the clout shit. It's like whoever I fuck with, I fuck with. So it's like the collab shit, like it's cool and all, but it's all about the organic shit at first. Like it's like people really like all the collabs that I have. Like I got a song with Black Cray, like all the shits, I got a song with Black Cray, Chapo, all the shit that had a half collabs with, they all came from like us just being around each other, just chilling, like, or just like we had a show together. It's never been like I'm begging. That shit is weird as fuck. Niggas be sending death threats and all types of shit just because like you don't want to do a song with them because you don't feel the beat. Like, it's not my fault. Don't get mad.